Good morning, student. My name is Mr. Falade. I want to welcome you all to this online class. I hope you're all keeping safe. Please make sure you keep to NCDC's instructions and make sure you keep yourself safe. All right? Okay, let's go to today's class. This is Government SS1. All right? According to our scheme, which has been uploaded online, and I hope every one of you has written them, and likewise the notes that has been uploaded. All right, the first week topic says political participation. All right, what are our learning objectives? Okay, for this particular topic, and at least for week one, what we are expected to learn is to be able to define political participation. Number two, highlight and explain the forms of political participation. Number three, states the purposes of political participation and also explain factors affecting political participation. I know in your mind you must have been thinking, what is political participation? Why? So I know some of you already know what political participation is already. Okay? Political participation is defined as a process whereby individuals get themselves involved in the political activities and in decision making of the country. That is, some citizens, or should I say, some set of individuals could show more interest in political activities more than others. And you can easily put it like as this, that it is a way or a process of showing interest in the political activities. When we talk about political activities, what are we talking about? For example, election. You going out when it's time for election, you know, every 4 years we vote for the presidential and gubernatorial election, and while the local government is three years. Okay, when this is about this time, government will bring out some officials whereby they will be doing registrations. You going out to do registration, you know, is a way of showing that you're interested in political activities. And aside from that, you deeming it fit to want to vote. Voting in the election is an example of political participation. Likewise, public opinion, that is when you commenting about the government progress, maybe criticizing them positively or negatively. It is because you have interest. That is why you can, you know, put in your time to be able to criticize them. And I want to observing civic responsibility. Such person has interest in political activities. Well, meanwhile, every citizen needs to oblige to the civic responsibility. Let's move on to the next slide, which is our subtopic, which says forms of political participation. That is, how can we know this person has interest in political activities or not? Number one, like I've explained earlier, voting in the election. You can see this slide I'm showing you. This, look at my cursor. Look at these boys and girls here. What are they doing? They are voting. They are exercising their civic right, which is right to vote. And you can see a long queue here. A lot of people queuing, even under the sun, not minding the condition, the atmosphere, because they are so determined. They are so conscious of their nation. So they are lining up. You can see the queue. Look at my arrow. You can see the queue with this ballot box here. This is what we call ballot box. You can see it here. And after collecting the ballot paper, which is collected from this man here, such person will put in their thumbprint and put it inside here so that the vote can be counted. Okay, what are the other forms of popular participation? Another one is holding public offices. Those that are in public office, they are showing is because they have interest in government. They want the government to move forward. That is why they are there. Now, you don't know that we have some sort of people who they don't just have interest, you know, they just want to know either the government is moving forward or not. Another one there, that is number three, can see my cousin contesting in elections. You coming out to contest for a particular public office, it is an aspect of political participation because you want to build, you want to join, develop, join and develop the country, the state, or the community which you belong to. Another one is belonging to a political party. Let me let you know that this is a foundation, or I call it a foundation. Anybody who wants to vote, though you voting does not actually require you to be a member of a political party, but to hold a political office or contest an election, you need to be a member of a political party. And you know, we have many of them. We have APC, PDP, SDP, Accord, Labour Congress, or ABGA, name them. We have several of them. In fact, the last year election, that was 2019, in February, Nigeria recorded over 70 something, 70 political parties was registered. That tells you that there's increase in the level of political participation in this country. Another forms of popular participation is engaging in protest and demonstration. There are some sort of people whereby haven't voted, they don't want to know either the government is doing well or not, they don't want to know. So far it's not actually affecting them. All they do is to what? To just fold their hands like this and they just say, let the government be doing, which is not supposed to be. As a citizen, we ought to protest and demonstrate our grievances. You can see my cousin here, you can see these women here protest. You can see they said, say no to violence but fair election. This one says, respect Nigeria's electoral law. And like that, people come out with placards now to let us know that voting is important and our electoral right shouldn't be taken away from us. So as a result of this, as a good citizen, we should engage whenever government is doing something bad and we don't actually like it. Let us show our grievances by staging a peaceful protest. That doesn't mean that we should carry guns and machetes and all that. We should stage peaceful protest. If we don't do this, government will not know that what they are doing is bad, is wrong. So they will think whatever they're doing, we are okay with it. So, but when we show our grievances by carrying placard, writing all our grievances, and the placard going to their offices so that they can read it point blank, and as a result of that, to be able to act on it. Then we'll go to our next subtopic, which is purpose of political participation. Purpose of what? Political participation. Number one there is to contribute their quota in decision-making process of the country. As a citizen who is interested in political activities, is only going there, is only participating in order to contribute a certain quota in the decision-making process of the country. Because as we are all here, I believe we are all intelligent. And I believe if I give us a task, the way every one of us will tackle the task will be different from each other. That shows our intelligence. So as a result of this, we should bring our intellectual ability into the government so that we can be able to move forward. See, if everybody wants to move back, I'm not interested, everybody is not interested. See, the same sort of people will keep ruling us, and as a result of that, we keep getting the same result. You see, a lot of people just be shouting, Nigeria is not good, Nigeria is not good. You, that you know the right thing to do, can't you come on board? Everybody wants to move back, though it's not their fault. I'll tell you the reason why some of them are moving backward in the next slide. But let's move on. Failure of past government. This has been one of the reasons why some people want to actually come into politics, because they want to correct the failure, the errors of the past government. A lot of Nigerian past government has actually made us to feel that that the politics is not something that a decent person like you and I should go into. They made us to understand that it's a dirty game, which I don't want to believe, but they made it to be like that. All right. Another point is correction of the views in the society. That's one of the purpose. We need to come in to correct the ills that the past government, the several individuals has, committed into our hearts. Another one is that for respect and prestige, some people feel that when they are coming into the government, they are coming to show people so that people can be calling them president, honorable, senator, and all those, all the titles. You know what I'm talking about? No, it is not for that. It is for what? Anybody that is coming for any political offices should note this, that you are actually going to be a servant and not a leader. Though you be a leader, but you are serving the people. So what should always be at the back of your mind is that you are serving the people. If you are the president, that means you are the number one servant in the country. If you are the governor of your class state, you are the number one servant in that state. And if you are the chairman of the local government, you are number one servant in that local government, because you see to the affairs of the people, making sure that people's life and property are in good shape, making sure that all facilities are being put in place, making sure that you are taking care of your people, making sure that the citizens are living fine. Another purpose of political participation is management of the nation's resources. This is another aspect of it, whereby we need to come together to be able to manage the nation's resources very especially like this country. God has blessed us with a lot of resources, especially natural resources, but how is it being managed? It's being managed in a bad way. But if you and I come on board, we should always have this focus, this aim, that we need to manage the natural resources very well so that we can be a developed country. Okay? Another subtopic that we need to look at, which is the last one, is the factors affecting political participation. Factors affecting political participation. Number one, lack of trust in the government. It is not that a lot of people doesn't have interest in politics, but due to the fact that the government has made a lot of promise to them some times ago, and maybe they thereby failed to fulfill those promises. Like you all know that before an election is this stage, the candidates will go around, do rally, and they will make manifestos. In fact, you will see they will print their manifestos, distribute it to the community member, and at the end of the day, when they get to the position, what do? Majority of them deviate away from what has been stated. They would have forgotten that when they were having their rally, they said this, they promised the community people this and that. They must have forgotten. And what would they do? They will do some other things and protect their own pockets and party, which is not supposed to be. Another one is fear of intimidation. A lot of people are being scared of going into this aspect of government because they feel that government is a do or die affair. If you want to get to that position, you have to kill people. It's a no-no for me. So there are some certain decent citizens who are actually interested in ruling, leading, and also directing the people. But due to the fact that of this fear of intimidation, they tend to step back and refuse to bring their idea on board, which will move the nation forward. Another factors affecting political participation is apathy or lack of interest. Like I told you when we started the class, that political apathy is actually the opposite of political participation. This is when one does not have any interest in political activities, and this could just be due to some certain. It could be a personal reason, and it could be a national reason. A lot of people would talk about that. When if you are not an evil person before, that when you involve yourself in political activities, you start being evil, because if you cannot beat them, you don't have any choice than to join them, because those that are doing evil are much more than those that are not. And for you to progress and make name in the game, they call it game, you have to do evil, which I don't believe. Well, I think this could be one of the reasons why some people show less interest or does not have interest in political activities at all. Another one is ignorance or illiteracy. Some people they don't actually know that for them not participating in political activities it is it is on their own the negligence, because you, okay, maybe you decide not to vote for one reason or the other, you should know that your votes count. It, the kind of system we're operating in Nigeria, which is democracy, is one man, one vote. So if you don't vote, whoever wins, whichever way the person rules, you won't be able to complain because you did not vote. If you had voted, do you know how many people who did not vote in the last election? That is the one that was conducted in February 2019. A lot of people did not vote. Yes, we know. And as a result of that, if those people had voted, maybe we might not be having the present government. Who knows? So your votes and I count. So, and another one is literacy, maybe due to the fact that those people cannot read and write, so they tend not to know what is in vogue about politics. Another one is poverty. Another factor is poverty. You know, let me be sincere right now. Politics is a game of money. You need to have money to be able to be involved in political activity, especially if you are contesting for a particular post, maybe presidency, governorship, or chairmanship. Any of them, you need to have money. And some people, some of them, they wouldn't have any choice than to go and meet some babas, that's the cabals, or rather the godfathers, whereby those one will give them money to run for the election, get tickets, do rally, posters, and all that. And at the end of the day, they wouldn't have any choice than to move away from their set goal, which is their manifesto, and follow the directive of their godfather, who has, you know, given them money. So they will have to do whatever their godfather has them to do, because who has the money owns you. Who owns you? Whoever owns the money owns you. So the godfather who gives out the money is the one who has the right to, you know, that's how it has been. So poverty is one main factor. A lot of people who are actually interested, but due to the fact that they don't have money, they can't move an inch. Another one is frequent removal of elected government. You know, look at Nigeria's government has been you know, in this country, we've practiced unitary system of government before, we've practiced parliamentary system of government before, we've practiced the Republican system of government, we've practiced military system of government. So all these, you know, there are some people who have experienced those moments and they are still alive. So that takes their mind away from political activities. As you can see, some pictures are here. You can see through my cursor, see the political parties that we have, so that some of the few of them, anyways, you can see this were the major actor of the game. Let me call them actor of the game. That was in for 2019 election. That was Buhari, Atiku, Fela Drotoye, and others there. They were the one who ran for the 2019 presidential election. And you can see Mr. President here, Buhari, in his office. So that all these notes has been uploaded on your platform online. Please make sure you write all the notes, do the assignments, and if you have any question, please do me fit to just, you can chat me directly. Or we have platforms whereby all the students and teachers or parents has been added upon. So just look for me there, private chat me, and I will answer your question. Please, it is very important for you to write your notes, and as at when due, and all the assignments, make sure you attend to them. Please, once again, make sure you follow all NCDC's safety precautions. May God bless you. Have a nice day.